I really think this app, there is something for everyone. You can find something in there which will help your day be a little easier. Hi, I'm Sinead, and for 3.5 years I've been living in the club that no one wants to be in. I lost my daughter on May the 10th, 2020 to suicide. So I have both clubs that I belong in now, the Grieving Mothers, and also living with the effects that suicide loss leave behind. I thought I would share what I've learned over the years in taking care of myself and others, but also I am still grieving. I am still going through the process, if you can call it a process. I am living with the effect of suicide and with the loss of my daughter, and I still need to learn new tools, new skills. And so I spoke in a previous video about the need of having a toolkit, and I thought I would share something that I found really useful. Each year, over 700,000 people are affected by suicide loss, but yet we feel so isolated when we are affected by suicide because it's such a difficult topic to talk about, and people shy away from it, and we're not taught how to deal with it. We're not taught how to support someone. So I'm hoping by making these videos, it can help you if you're bereaved by suicide or lost a child, but also help those people that are supporting you support you, but also support themselves in the process. So there can be complications to grief after losing someone to suicide, and equally losing a child. You can feel so much guilt. You question why it runs around in my brain without me even being conscious of it sometimes. And then I realise I'm really exhausted at the end of the day, and my brain has just been questioning in the background or overthinking things. So a friend doesn't pick up their phone or doesn't answer a text message. Depending on our friendship, I might be trying to hold down the panic that they're struggling too much and have ended their life. Or it's almost like suicide of your child is like the ultimate rejection, like, and just a massive failing. You're supposed to keep your children alive, and so when you lose your child to suicide, it's just immense feelings of what could I have done, and it just goes round and round. So I often find I've got to question my thinking when it comes to feeling rejected. Like, is this person actually rejecting me, or is it just because of what I've been through and a bit sensitive? Or when someone doesn't answer their phone, should I be really panicking that either they fell out with me or that they've done something that may seriously have hurt themselves or ended their life? I've had some really amazing support over the last few years, but there are times either the support isn't there or I don't feel able to go for that support. Even if you're having therapy once a week, the therapy might be in 3 or 4 days' time, and you're struggling with something you're feeling right now, or maybe you're feeling like you can't see your way through, or you're feeling like a burden. You don't want to go to your friends or family to ask for support or lean on them at all. There are many reasons why you might be struggling alone. One of the things I personally find difficult is if I feel vulnerable, I am less likely to go to someone for support. Does this happen to you? You need to be able to recognise these times that are difficult to go to someone, because it's really hard going through this alone, and it's hard going through this anyway, but to go through it feeling alone is excruciating. I'm really pleased that Suicide&co, who support anyone bereaved by suicide, it could be a family member you've lost, a friend, work colleague, it doesn't matter, they're there to support you. They offer counselling, and they have a helpline. They do some amazing work. They have just created an app. It's called Sidekick. When those times come, or even as well as having other support, your therapy sessions, your great support from your friends or family, you have this additional tool in your toolkit. I say tool, it's a whole collection of tools. I found it really useful, and I'm not saying that everything on there will be useful for you, because everyone is individual, and some things will help you, some things you might not be interested in doing, but there'll be something on there that can support you. And I'm going to talk through some of what is on there. If you download the toolkit, and as you go through all the different sections, you can actually pick out what you find useful. But as I say, everything won't be useful. So if we take a look at the app, it's just, every page is just so well thought out, and I found it so useful. So I've clicked onto the exercises, and we're going to look at what they've got. So reduce stress levels, reflective writing, feel more positive, reduce anxiety, sleep better, relax. So if we look at reduce anxiety, and I can definitely relate to needing some of those help at various times, and it is unbelievable amount of stress, and sometimes you do need a little friend to help keep you calm. Journaling, breathing exercises I found really useful as well. Sometimes I just need a little prompt to do some of these things. Meditations are really useful as well. I used meditation this morning. So I love that you can create like coping statements, and you can either make your own, or you can use their library for inspiration. So you choose what area you'd find most useful. And that's my chicken. One of my chickens in the back garden. So I want to feel safe today, because let's face it, suicide, it takes away a level of safety that you had before. So let's say right now I am not in danger. Right now I'm safe, which is quite difficult, because at the time I got the news that Diva died, I was actually really happy, because I'd had a message from her that made me feel that everything was going to be okay. So yeah, but that's something I need help with sometimes. Right now I am not in danger. Right now I'm safe. It may be something else that you'd pick out. As I say, we're all different. So what else should we look at? There is so much on here, honestly. It's like having a little friend in your pocket. Because yeah, I would take your time going through it, and because there is just so much. And each thing that you try out and like, you can add to your toolkit, so you can access it easily. And gratitude list I find quite difficult, but there are moments where you have glimmers of hope. Jot it down straight away. You can always go back to it at another time when you feel like there is no hope. Record a nice message, another reminder of, positives in your life. You can see there's so many different exercises in this toolkit. Sleeping better is something that I do need to work on. I find it very difficult to sleep. And you know, these meditations, when I try to relax, quite often nothing happens. My body is just tense. So I do look after myself. I think it's really important to go for massages or saunas, whatever helps you relax physically. And I find meditations, although quite difficult at times, doing short meditations more frequently can be quite helpful. Because if I tell myself I need to relax, my body doesn't, there's no change in my body. When I've got someone telling me, relax your jaw, relax your forehead, I'm like, oh, I hadn't noticed. And you can really feel the tension. So I did a short one this morning, which was really good. Now, if we look at their health hub, there is so much in here. Even if you feel like you've exhausted the app, which I seriously doubt you would anytime soon, they have books and podcasts and documentaries that they signpost you to. There really is something for everyone. There is information about Suicide&Co, about how you access their services, how you can fundraise for them. They really need people fundraising. And honestly, there are just so many resources on this app that there really is something for everybody. So make your way through that. This is another part of it I've used, which is mood. And for some reason, I've done it every Sunday. I don't know why. Sundays, or maybe I do know why. But Sundays, I've been using the app more. And this is what I used this morning. It was in the Coping with Stress program. And that was day one today. And tomorrow I'll be doing a daily guided journaling, which I'm already looking forward to because I do enjoy writing. I think it's really beneficial. And if sometimes I struggle to let people know how I'm feeling, I can write a poem and it will come flooding out. I really hope I've helped make your toolkit that bit bigger today. I really appreciate all Suicide&Co have done for me and for others. And I just think this app is amazing because, as I said, there are many times when you don't want to reach out to someone. You don't necessarily want to talk to a friend or to a helpline, but you just need something in your pocket, something in your toolbox that just lifts you a bit, that just takes some of the heaviness from your day. And I really think this app, there is something for everyone. You can find something in there which will help your day be a little easier. Thank you, and please do share with friends or family members that you've lost someone to suicide, because you don't know what they're feeling inside. They may not be telling you how much they're struggling, and maybe you could lead by example and download it yourself, have a little play with it so that you can properly recommend it to a friend you feel may need it. I hope your Sunday is as fulfilling as it can be, and it's a little lighter than it has been. Thank you. Don't forget, please do comment if you have any thoughts or any advice to others, or can suggest anything that's helped you through bereavement, and please subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this journey.